Magic fans, I'm Beef and welcome back to another standard gameplay video, and this time we are playing Pirates. So along with a lot of other creature types, Pirates received pseudo support in Foundations. It's got a couple of new cards which mix with some older Pirates, which obviously still is standard. It means Pirates are a bit of a viable deck, and we're only actually playing two of the new ones, and one of them, Adaptive Automaton, we have seen in other decks before. It's not pirate specific. 3 mana, 2/2 artifact creature. When it enters, choose a creature type. This creature is that chosen type, and other creatures we control of that chosen type get +1/+1. So it's come down to be named Pirates. It buffs all our pirates. And the other one is very similar. Corsair Captain, 3 mana, 2/2, non-artifact though. When it enters, create a treasure token, which is really good, and other pirates we control get +1/+1. So it's also a pirate lord. It creates a treasure token, which is always really handy, especially if we play some of the 1-drops, which are also pirates. We could play this, play another 1-drop, and really useful if one of our 1-drops has haste, which it does, which I'll get to in a minute. And this one specifically makes pirates a bit relevant, and obviously Adaptive Automaton as well. There is another new pirate in Foundations, or reprint, Fanatical Firebrand. Let's just have a quick look. It's a 1 mana 1/1 with haste, and you can tap it and sack it. It deals 1 damage to any target. It's also a goblin. We have played this, I think, in our goblin deck, but we're not playing this. We are decided to go with Reckless Lackey, also a goblin, which we also played in our goblin deck. A 1 mana 1/2 first strike and haste, and we can pay 3, sack it, draw a card, and create a treasure token. I think this is an absolutely bonkers common for a 1-drop. 1 mana 1/2 first strike and haste with upside that you can draw a card and create a treasure by sacking it when this is no longer relevant is really, really good. And the reason we're going with this instead of the Firebrand is because of our lords. You know, it's not, we can buff this up to a 2/3 or a 3/4, and with first strike and haste, it becomes absolutely incredible. As I said, if we play a Corsair Captain on turn 3, create that treasure, play this, it's going to be a 2/3. It can probably attack because it's got first strike and it can attack straight away. So rounding out the deck, we have 4 copies of Spyglass Siren. We've seen this a lot in blue decks. A 1 mana 1/1 flyer. When it enters, create a map token. Which is we do have some artifact synergies in our deck as well. And obviously a map token is great to maybe dig for a land or buff a creature. Removal of choice is Torch Tower. We can deal 2 to target creature or planeswalker. We can bargain it, which means when we cast it, we can sacrifice an artifact, enchantment, or token. If we do, we get an additional effect, which in this case it deals 3 damage instead, and we scry 1. And if a creature dealt damage by Torch Tower would die this turn, exile it instead. That's really useful against cards like Heartfire Hero or Unstoppable Slasher, where we do not want it to die, we want it to exile it. We also have 1 copy each of the 2 Malcolms. Malcolm Alluring Scoundrel, a 2 mana 2/1 flash flyer. When it deals combat damage to a player, put a chorus counter on it, draw a card, then discard a card. If there are 4 or more chorus counters on Malcolm, you may cast a discard a card without paying its mana cost. Now, I don't know, I don't think I actually played this card in the 10 games I played, so you could probably remove this and maybe go up 1 Captain Storm, but it can potentially, get you some card draw and maybe some free spells later on. The other one is Malcolm the Eyes, a 2 mana 2/2 fly and haste. When we cast our second spell each turn, investigate. You may go at one of these as well instead of Alluring Scoundrel. I never found the right time to play it. We also have 2 copies of Captain Storm, Cosmium Raider, 2 mana 2/2. When an artifact you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target pirate we control. As I said, we do have some artifact synergies with Spyglass Siren. Reckless Lackey can turn itself into a treasure essentially. Roaming Throne is an artifact. Adaptive Automaton is an artifact. Breeches can create a treasure. So this can buff itself or another pirate. And then 4 copies of Staunch Crewmate, a 2 mana 2/1. When it enters, look at the top 4 cards of the library. We may reveal an artifact or pirate card from among them, put it into our hand, put the rest at the bottom of the library in a random order. Everything apart from lands and 4 copies of Torch Tower in our deck is a pirate or a artifact. So this is not going to miss, or it shouldn't miss. Then onto the 3 drops. Kite's Hour Larcenist is another removal spell on a creature. 3 mana 2/3 flying. Ward 1. When it enters, for each player, choose up to 1 other target artifact or creature that player controls. For as long as Kite's Hour Larcenist remains on the battlefield, the chosen permanents become treasure artifacts with tap. Well, it's a treasure. We could target one of ours and one of our opponents. We might want to target, say, a Spyglass Siren, turn it into a treasure to basically kind of avoid a ball twibber if we think a Sunfall's coming, or we can do it to ramp, and it is a great removal spell against our opponent's creatures as well. And then Breeches, 3 mana, 3/3 first strike, which is a pretty good body. When a pirate we control attacks, choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn, create a treasure token, target creature can't block this turn, or exile the top card of our library, we may play it this turn. So this is not when one or more, so if you attack with 3 pirates, you get all 3 options, attack with 2, you get 2 options. You know, create a treasure token is always a very good option, and then target creature can't block this turn is also a great option, but we can also exile the top card library. Usually we don't do that the turn we play it, because we're probably not going to be able to cast it, and you know, if we hit a land, that land will go to waste if we've already played our land drop. And then the only other card in the deck is 3 copies of Roaming Throne. We've all seen this card. It's very, very powerful. It doubles up our pirate triggers in this case, so it will double up Captain Storm's trigger, and because Roaming Throne is an artifact, if we got Captain Storm down, Roaming Throne comes down, we get to put 2 counters. It does double up Breeches triggers. That's less relevant because we're probably attacking with 2 or 3 pirates anyway, so it's not like you can't choose the things more than one time. But the real powerhouse is Kite's Our Larcenist with Roaming Throne, because it means it acts as double removal, which is fantastic. And in fact, Staunch Crewmate doubles up as well. So essentially we look through 8 cards, 2 lots of 4, and put 2 cards into a hand, which is really, really good. Mana base, a lot of dual lands. We've got 4 Cavern of Souls because we are a tribal deck. Just be careful, Roaming Throne and Adaptive Automaton don't count as pirates when we cast them, so Cavern of Souls won't make them uncounterable. And Soulstone Sanctuary, it's a creature land that doesn't turn back into a land, so be careful. But it does become a 3/3 creature with Vigilance and all creature types. It is still a land. So it means you don't have to reactivate it, but you know, if your opponent has removal, it can put you back mana. But it acts as a pirate, so it gets all our buffs and it gets all our pirate triggers as well. I think this is a really powerful deck. I've about a 6% win rate. Some of the games I'm lost, people always say are a bit rubbish. One game I got stuck on 2 lands in a 24 land deck. And we were winning until we just fell behind. We had a handful of 3 drops, and another one was up against a toxic deck, and we did the opposite. We drew all 4 of our Cavern of Souls. I think we had like 9 lands on the end by the end of the game. Which, you know, when you're not drawing action, it's very hard. But it is a powerful deck. It's a fast deck. It's an aggro deck. It even managed to deal with some life linking cats pretty easily. Breeches is really, really powerful. And as I said, you know, if you have the mana, if you've got Roaming Throne, and then if you've got 5 mana, Staunch Crewmate, get 2 triggers. You know, you might find a Kite's Our Larcenist, which get 2 triggers, and you can take away 2 of your opponent's creatures, attack with some pirates, cause 1 to not block, and just smash in basically. So great fun. Aggro decks are always fun. And kind of rare in blue, obviously not rare in red. So the only changes I think you can make is take out Malcolm, maybe put in a second Malcolm the Eyes. You could potentially take out Adaptive Automaton. Well, you definitely could, but you could put in Patchwork Banner instead. It is the same mana cost. It gives the same buff. It ramps you, but it's not a creature, so it does make your board a bit weaker. But if you know, obviously Patchwork Banner will be harder to remove than a creature as well. So leave that up to you. If you do make some changes, let me know how it goes, and we can look at that as well. So really, really enjoy playing this deck. Hope you'll enjoy it too. If you do, please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the gameplay. Opponent goes first. Hopefully you can find more pirates with Staunch Crewmate. Up against black blue. Oh, just in case they have a counter spell. We will take a Corsair Captain. I imagine they have a removal. They do not yet. We can torch the tower that. ninjutsu.
Slim chances just make victory that much sweeter. Information is its own weapon.
We can take that out. We play the Corsair Captain.
Just have to survive.
And we use the treasure to take out Kaito.
They fought so hard.
They're clearly just gonna play out Fairy Mastermind. Obviously, Adaptive Automaton can't be go for the throated. But obviously our Staunch Crewmate can. We won't attack with the automaton. We'll put on the siren just so that it can, if it does grow, it can outgrow the mastermind. But it doesn't. You can still attack with the Restless Lackey. I would like some more non-lands. I wonder if they have... well, I'm guessing they have another Kaito. So I wonder if they had a River's Rebuke.
I always got out of the shadows and into the fray.
I would love a Breeches.
I've got you beat 6 different ways.
Doesn't really do much for us. We haven't got anything but triggers. Apart from that, obviously. Forgot Roman Throne was a pirate for some reason. If they have removal, they want to use it now. Yep. They must have another one. Otherwise, I don't know why they wouldn't take out the automaton. Let's go all at Kaito.
I'm not scared of you.
Oh, a bit of a waste, but he could have flashed in the Fairy Mastermind to chump.
I need more intel.
Like that. Hopefully they don't have another Kaito. But I'm guessing they do. Oh, an enduring curiosity. this Curiosity and obviously it comes back. They have a siren of their own. Nothing we have is in cut down range. Another Curiosity. They attack just with the Mastermind. We're going to get quite a few triggers here. I think we made us have lethal. Depends what their last card is. They only have 4 blockers, we have 5 attackers. Each one has over 5 power. Oh, we know what the last card is. It's a cut down. Yeah. Yeah, turns out my cooler roaming throne won't do much for us. Completely forgot that Lannery Storm has that trigger from artifacts, and roaming throne is an artifact itself. We go first with a pretty good hand. I think we Reckless Lackey. Let's get our Malcolm to explore and find another land. So it's up against mono green elves. We just tag with these, create a treasure token, and exile top card of a library. And we just take out their visionary. And next turn we can roaming throne. We will roam in throne, obviously name pirate. And then we will swing in with everything. We will treasure token, block. Obviously, we're doing as elite can block one of our reckless slackers. But I think we just sack the one that they do to draw and create a treasure. They do have black mana, so I imagine they're playing Tyvar. Don't know what the stick would be. They don't seem to have. They don't have anything with activated abilities. They don't have any mana. I can't imagine. I don't think there's anything in standard across 0. Unless they just not clicked. Go to damage. That having reached as well is very annoying. I would love to find our kite's our last nest. They might be getting back into this. Oh, there is the last nest. We don't want to do that one we control. And yeah, we can only make one thing and not block, so we choose a Dwelling's Elite basically. Breeches, they'd basically have to chump Breeches, so that would die, and then or chump Roaming Throne. But I think we had lethal no matter what, and then we could even play out another staunch crewmate and hopefully find 2 more pirates. Our opponent does go first. I would like a non-pain land. We'll go Reckless Lackey, Captain Storm, then turn 3. Hopefully Siren and Staunch Crewmate if we find a 3rd land. Their avatar suggests mice, but then my avatar suggests Kalia, and Kalia's not in standard. That was a very good turn 1 draw. Looks like we're against blue-white control. Well, more pain lands. Maybe I'll play out the crewmate this turn then. Oh, this is let's take Breeches. He can get us extra value. Let's see if this resolves. Would love a Cavern of Souls. They only have one blue, so if they did have a counter spell, it would be Phantom Interference. We'll just create a treasure. Well, life gain's not great. I'll say I was expecting a Sunfall, but Day of Judgment does something similar. So we've rebrought our ball. Just hope they don't have another board wipe. And next time we can Roam and Throne, which will trigger Captain Storm twice. Looking at my stuff. Obviously, it doesn't count as a pirate until it gets onto the battlefield, so this won't be uncounterable. Let's diversify our tokens. And yeah, our opponent scoops it up. I think they missed their land drop. Having only 2 coloured mana as well. Obviously, we didn't have another board wipe. And we were about to hit in for 8, maybe 9, if depending on how we explored. And yeah, obviously they didn't have another Union of the Third Path either. I would like to go first, please. But we have a good curve and we have some removal in Kitesail Larcenist. Now we have a few free drops. Well, hello, let's not mess around. Can't play anything, unfortunately, now, but never mind. Let's play out Breeches. Tap in. Create a treasure token. And next turn we can Kitesail Larcenist. Well, if they play something scarier than Inspiring Overseer, we can Kitesail Larcenist. That probably counts, but we can cause it to not block They are 2 mana away from being able to give that lifelink. So I think we just... play out our Corsair Captain. Create another treasure. Cause the Resplendent Angel to be unblocked, to not be able to block. And hit him for 6. They're down to 12. Lifelink is going to be, well, obviously we can kite sail last and it's that, but that's going to be an issue for now. We choose every option. Just hope they don't have another Lyra. Well, Roman Throne. On Pirate. And then we'll staunch Crewmate. Double triggers. Spyglass Iron. I think we just get another staunch crewmate and hope we can survive this turn. They can turn it on at instant speed. I need to find another kite sail larcenist. There we go. On Pirate. We need to take out the Resplendent Angel. Yeah, I think we play out the other lackey. And yeah, our opponent scoops it up. I don't know how much we can hit him for now. I don't think we've got lethal, but let's just have a quick look. So we cause the angel to not be able to block. So we have what? 2, 6, 8, 11, 16. Maybe we do have lethal. 19 and I think another 21 with the lackey. They block, yeah, 5, so we do have lethal. Opponent goes first, but we do have a pretty good curve. Siren into Captain Storm, and then either Breeches or Adaptive Automaton. Automaton will trigger Captain Storm as well, but again, so we'll attack in with if we have Breeches in play, because we can create a treasure. I'll probably get down Breeches. Depending what our opponent does. As if they're even here at all. It'd be nice if they are. But there goes the rope. Will it be a way to the bottom, then they accept? Well, they kept the hand, but I think that was probably just the timeout. But they are there. Yeah, so they kept the hand. I imagine hoping we would concede. Our lastness is also always really good, but I imagine I have removal here. Yep, it's annoying because we would have grown it. Our opponent not doing a lot, so I imagine they just got a handful of removal. Yep. Next one we can play out the automaton and maybe get it to explore. Or if they decide to play out a creature, we could have played the lastness, but they don't. Obviously this is not a pirate yet, so they could counter it. We do this to try and get out of cut down range. So they are a toxic deck. So the lastness isn't really going to be much use. Try and grow Reckless Lackey. What are they trying to do? They should have done that. They should have done that before we explored. It didn't really matter in the end, but... Well, now we've got 3 poison counters, so everything of theirs is turned on. We sacrifice our Malcolm. I'd rather have the Soulstone Sanctuary. We do get in a hit. Obviously we've got nothing to remove with the Larcenist. Why didn't it tap? Oh, it did tap one of our Cavernous Souls. They start Merrixing. But obviously the Sanctuary having Vigilance does help us. I would love a crewmate so we can find some more pirates. Or a breeches. Not another Cavern of Souls. We're up to 5. We're going to be up to 6 at least. We're up to... Okay, we might have to stop attacking with the Larcenist. I really need another creature. So we're up to 7. Wow, all 4 Cavern of Souls. We have to hold back with the Larcenist. But they might just be able to proliferate. Actually, I could have attacked with the Larcenist. That was a mistake because they were tapped out and couldn't create another token. That is annoying. This can't be go for the throated, and it does have walled. But we can't attack. Problem is now they just Mirrex until they have enough. That's if they don't find more removal anyway. Wall does trigger twice. And now, yeah, we're just dead. We just flooded out massively there.